So welcome to our journey in Myles, and as Mark said, he's Mark, I'm Sue, and Myles is the name we affectionately gave our motorhome. It's a 2014 Newmar Dutch Star, and we've been living in it full time since June of 2017. And this video is the first episode of a series that we're doing. We are on an Adventure Caravan guided RV tour.
We're going on another one?
I know, I'm loving this. And for the next 42 days, we're going to be touring around fabulous Florida. So we've been on a lot of the caravans before with Adventure Caravans. So check out the playlist right here. And you can go to our YouTube channel under the playlist Adventure Caravan. You can see where we've all been. But on this video, if you have never been on an Adventure Caravan before, or you've never been on this one for fabulous Florida, we're going to give you in this series our day-to-day experience of what it's like to be on a caravan. It's going to include all kinds of things as the logistics and how we get places and organize things, the events, the places we see, the touristy things we do, and the camaraderie. There's always camaraderie that goes along with these tours. With this caravan, the Fabulous Florida, we're starting in Pensacola and we're going down along the Gulf Shore. And we're going all the way down to the Keys. We have never been there before.
Yikes.
And then we're going to be heading back up on the Atlantic side up to Jacksonville. The cool thing, now we have been in Florida a few winters already, but the cool thing that we're finding from having these experiences with caravans is they get us out of our comfort zone.
And speaking of comfort zones, I'm going to switch hands. I did a video a while back where I talked about how if you want to turn in your caravan into basically a kind of a hack to become a Florida Snowbird, just tack on a few days or a week or so in front of the Fabulous Florida Caravan, tack a few weeks after it, and before you know it, you're going to have over 60 days in Florida weather during high season. And that in itself is a gold nugget of an idea.
Another video you want to check out if you've never been on a caravan before. We did this video and it actually shows you what to expect before the caravan.
That's a valuable one to look at, yeah.
So you will get a pre-packet and it explains all the things Adventure Caravan does before the caravan starts and all the things you need to take care of before you get on so that you have a nice, smooth, uninterrupted trip.
So I think before we get going, I want to say one last thing, and that is if you're trying to decide if going on a caravan like this is for you because of the time involved and the expense involved to get into position to go on it, that is the exact reason why we got a discount from Adventure Caravans to bring this series to you. Adventure Caravans truly wants happy customers, and they want folks to know exactly what they're getting into. And you will learn pretty quick that this adventure and this vacation is exactly for you, and you can do all of the things, or most of the things, or half of the things that we do on this caravan, and you can change things up. And if you've come along with us on our caravan series, you're going to see how we change things up.
And so, without further ado,
let's get going.
That was very slow. It has begun. Well, not officially, actually. Tomorrow is the official first day of our fabulous Florida Adventure Caravan Guided RV Tour. We got here early, a lot, like 2 weeks early. That's a whole other story. But anyways, we always suggest that you get to your RV place, your rendezvous RV park, a little bit earlier, 1 or 2 days. Adventure Caravan suggests that too. That way you can get here, we'll be more relaxed, ready to go, and it also builds in a little bit of time if you run into some kind of issues. The nice thing is being here a little bit earlier. This is Sunday, Monday it starts. There are a few people that showed up already yesterday, Saturday, and Friday. The nice thing about that is the Wagon Master and Tail Gunner kind of get things started, like putting on our identifiable stickers and decals on our RVs and our cars. All right, you can see our Toad gets one of those too, because obviously that's in the back. And as we're driving down, you can identify us, or even when we do ride shares and stuff, and we're parking, can identify each other. Another thing that can be taken care of if you arrive early before the first day is filling out your paperwork.
So I do have to say, this is very, very neat and nice. And the only improvement would be a cup of coffee and a cinnamon roll. What do you think?
We also got some merch.
Sue, how does that triple X fit on?
The triple X is perfect. I'm so glad they added that in a woman's size. And another thing you're going to get is if you've never been on a caravan, it's your name tag. We have the old one, but they just rebranded Adventure Caravan. So now we have the new and improved. And as you can see, you get a pin for every caravan you're on. But the pins have gotten more distinct with the new branding. Our Florida caravan uniquely stands out. All right, just like most adventure caravans, if we got a lot of people that get here early, and there were a lot, the official start is tomorrow. We have more people arriving tomorrow. But because we have a nice group here already, we're having a gathering.
This is an extra one we're having. Did you tell people that we're on the Alaska one?
Yeah, we look like we're on Alaska. It was so nice yesterday. It got cold today. But so we're heading over to the Wagon Master site where we're all going to gather and get together and get this party started. I do have to admit, this is one of the fun parts of a caravan is the just the casual social get-togethers, and we'll get to know all our fellow travelers a little bit better before we actually start hitting the road and touring Florida. Are they giving you a hard time?
No, this is the Alaska Yukon trip.
You guys showed up for 12 months.
Yeah, you don't believe me? Look at the hats.
What a great morning. We've got a little bit of a show with a bunch of pelicans out here. Oh, nice show. Thank you. Oh, jeez. All from the inside of our motorhome. Wow. What a show. Right, it has officially begun now. It is February 23rd, 2026, and this is our first day, like I said. It's later in the afternoon. I think all of our participants, our fellow travelers are finally here, and we're having an orientation meeting first. We'll talk about the trip log and logistics and stuff like that. But then later, we're actually going to get together and have a welcome dinner.
Right. Normally, something like this would happen around the campfire or whatever.
Oh.
And today, it is uncharacteristically cold in Florida. It's like 45 or 48 degrees or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have it in kind of a small little meeting room that they have at this campground. And then afterwards, we're going to adjourn to a nice restaurant and really get to know each other.
Yeah. That'll be nice. And get to show off our new merch.
Let's get going.
They've been rebranded.
Hey, everybody, welcome to our giant orientation meeting room.
It's during this time we go through some of the procedures and get the itinerary for the next few days when we'll be on a motor coach tour. So now that we have our orientation done, it's time for our welcome dinner. We'll meet all our other caravanners here.
I'm ready to eat, and I want to know two things.
Yeah.
Hey, how's my hair?
It looks great.
And you'll notice that tomorrow we're going to the Naval Blue Angels Aviation Museum.
Yeah.
So that's why we came here with the helicopter over there. It's kind of a themed dinner day.
I think it is. Yeah. We're early. It has begun.
The start of the caravan with a Bloody Mary for Mark and a blonde for my redhead.
Shrimp and grits,
Yeah, I think it was close to the bottom.
All right, Mark's almost done, but he had the pot roast. And then we had our rig numbers called out to pick a mystery grab bag.
We got rig 14 has been called right here. Adventure Caravan Speedo.
All right, meal is done and it's photo time. We're all lining up. That's working.
Here we go. They're working it. They're doing it. They don't even know each other.
I love how we all get our photos taken to be printed out for a roster and distributed to us all with our names and rig number, including our Wagon Master and tail gunners. This makes it so much easier to memorize names and get acquainted faster. Good morning. It is day 2 of our tour with Adventure Caravan. We're in fabulous Florida. And it's day 2, but it's actually the first day we're going to be doing a touristy thing. We are doing a ride share today. So we're all driving over to the Naval Aviation Museum. We're going to have a guided tour while we're there, and that's always the best. Having somebody show us around, you get a lot more out of it. We'll have lunch at some point there. They've got a cafe we'll eat at. And then in the afternoon, we're set up to see a movie there in the IMAX theater.
It's an IMAX theater one, and it's on aircraft carriers, and with a lot of cutaway and a lot of animated drone fly-through. So of course that's going to be for the engineer. It's been cold here the week and a half that we've been here prior.
Yeah.
Today we're all bundled up. Tomorrow's going to be in the 70s, but right now it's 41 degrees in Milton, Florida.
In Florida.
So if you wonder why I look like I got long underwear on, it's because I do.
He does. All right. It's a rideshare day, so we're driving over to meet the rest of our group.
Going to National Naval Aviation Museum on 1750 Radford Boulevard in Pensacola, Florida.
Right, and the Adventure Caravans did tell us that we have to go the west entrance, otherwise you'll get there and you can't get in. So we'll let this thing self-adjust. Once we start going in the direction that will take us to that.
All right.
Let's get going.
All right, note to self, they told us you could bring in a small bag. I had a fanny pack and it was too big. So Mark ran out to put the bag back, and here I am by the restroom area. Girls got to take care of business. So we're almost ready. We're going to have a guided tour.
Okay. Well, welcome to the National Naval Aviation Museum. I was in the Marine Corps for 20 years, so I'm here as a volunteer today. So I'm just going to gloss over it just a little bit. You're going to get really ankle deep in that or knee deep in it.
One of the reasons why I find museums like this fascinating is that when I see a mechanism like this that allows this wing to fold, I have to look at the mechanism and I can't walk away until I figure out how it works. I would have to say that I've literally never went to an air museum that saw a complete cutaway of a ship like this, where all of the crew members are either working or sleeping or cooking or getting ready to man the machine gun nest.
Mr. Cash Barber is a docent, and Cash reported last week he just celebrated his 101st and 3/4 birthday. No Hollywood is a documentary. It takes you through the Blue Angels from about 4 years ago from start to finish.
All right, so we just had an awesome guided tour, and this place is outstanding. We could spend a couple days here, really, but we are beelining over to the cafe before it gets too crowded.
So we just finished lunch after our docent-led tour. Unbelievable. This place is possibly the most awesome air museum, just from a standpoint of all the different things that they have. You really do need 2 days here. So if you start this caravan, get here a day early just to do this museum, to give it the justice it deserves. We got a lot to do. Let's get going.
All right, to end this day at the museum, we're going to go into the IMAX to see their movie. No popcorn, though. As usual, we're closing down the place. They are chasing us out of here. Let's go, Mark. They want us out. So we got out of the museum too late. This is right down the road, the Lighthouse, and we really did have good intentions to get here. You can get into the Lighthouse. I guess it's like, what did they say, 177 steps to get to the top.
Yeah, is this the tallest in the U.S. or just the tallest in Florida?
Boy, I don't know. That's a good question. We'll let you know. Anyways, so we're going to walk around, just see, the beauty of it all. So let's do it. Good morning. It is now day 3. It's February 25th, 2026. And it is a rideshare day today. So we're going to head into Pensacola Historic Village and we're going to have a guided tour. I think it's a walking tour, not sure. But after that, we're going to just wander around and check the village out, have lunch down there somewhere. We're pretty much free after that. I think a lot of people are going to be going to Joe Patti's seafood company, I believe it is. But the afternoon is pretty much ours. All right, before we go, watch your step. Before we go on this this guided tour of the historic Pensacola Village, we're having a meeting. So tomorrow is actually a travel day, and usually what we do is have some sort of meeting so we can go over our trip log, and if anybody has questions or if there's anything kind of tricky with our travel day, our Wagon Master will let us know. So they decided to have the meeting actually this morning before we take off. Usually it's at the end of the day, but because it's kind of a free afternoon, they don't want to tie people up like, hurry up, get back for the meeting.
Right.
So we're heading over there. We're going to have our first trip log meeting for our first travel day starting tomorrow. And thank goodness it's a nice day out.
So you said that when you use the radio, you use Adventure 2, because I'm talking Adventure 2. This is Adventure 4, I'm leaving, but we don't have to say good buddy, right?
No, good buddy.
Okay.
But you can.
But you can.
Mike doesn't, but I love it. So you can.
So we're heading over to our walking tour. We got to hurry up. They're up there.
Yeah.
And we were worried about not finding a parking spot. There's a lot. What time is it about?
The walking tour's at 10, honey. It's a luxurious 9:51.
Oh my gosh. Well, I see the orange sign.
Yeah. All right. Finally got Sue in her own videos. Where are you going, honey? This is a Titanic tour, or what is this?
Well, Mark, this is the Christ Church. It's the oldest church building in Florida, erected in 1832, and it's still standing on its original site. We first had 2 of our guides explain the many uses of this building over the years, along with the construction and history. So we just finished a really excellent intro with our 2 guides, and we're separating into even and odd groups, and we'll follow our guide. That's even number RVs and odd number RVs. We're RV number 4. This is how we get split into all our guided groups throughout the caravan.
We just heard a fascinating talk about the history of the city of Pensacola. Unbelievable how many times it changed hands. It was like they treated owning and governing and running Pensacola and Florida like a pawn in a chess game.
Control of Florida did change between Spain and Britain. Spain claimed Florida after Ponce de Leon landed in 1513. Then Spain seceded Florida to Britain after losing the 7 Years' War. Spain regained control after the American Revolutionary War, and at some point France established a short-lived colony there. But finally, in 1821, the U.S. acquired Florida from Spain. We continued our walk to the Lear House, built about 1890. This historic house focused on the historical timeline. The first floor of the home is an ode to a traditional historic house, and upstairs, room arrangements and many individual objects included in the house are symbolic of the 1920s and the characteristics of Pensacola during this time.
The secret door that we came in to the speakeasy here. This would be my office if I lived here. That would be my dinner. This would be my breakfast.
Since we're just getting started with this fabulous Florida tour, I thought it enhanced our tour by visiting historic places, learning about this state's beginnings and how each town started and developed, and how people lived and survived the summer heat back in the days before air conditioning. All right, just when we thought our day was pretty much done, we had a really nice, very long lunch with our new friends, and we decided to come to Joe Patti's. Mark is not a seafood appreciator. He's actually grossed out if he sees fish
I like
heads.
fish sandwiches at McDonald's.
Yeah, okay, something breaded that doesn't have a head on it. But you know, we were gonna skip the Joe Patti's, but it's a famous, iconic place, so we thought, okay, we've got about an hour before they close. So Mark said he's gonna tough it out. He's gonna tough it out, and we're gonna go look at it.
So if you come to Joe Patti's Seafood, you gotta take a picture of the boat. Come on, look at this thing.
Adventure 2, this is Adventure 4. We're getting ready to leave the park.
Fantastic Adventure 4. Make sure your headlights are on. Set that trip meter to 0 as you exit the park. Have a safe journey today, and we will see you on the other side.
Sounds good. Safe travels. All right, here we go. First travel day, February 26th, day 4 of our Adventure Caravan. We're heading over to Tallahassee today. So it's a travel day. Later on today, about 5 o'clock, we're going to have a social get-together. Those are always fun. So here we go, day 4.
So we're at a rest stop right now. We've only been driving, I don't know, about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It looks like in our timing, going from campground exit to campground entrance, we have to have about 3.5 hours between that time, but it's only 3 hours of driving, so do the math.
Yeah.
For a half an hour, we're gonna just fool around here, take a couple of laps, check out if the compression shocks are doing their job, and then we'll be on our way.
All right, we chose the rest stop. Some people are stopping at Walmart before they get there. Whoa, it's raining. Let's go. Adventure 1, this is Adventure 4. We're about a half mile out.
Okay, Adventure 4, hear you loud and clear. When you get to the campground, just pull down to the driveway. I'll meet you there.
There he is. And here's our Wagon Master waiting on us, as all Wagon Masters do. It's kind of a nice, easy check-in. Very well organized, that's all I have to say.
Hey, boss.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
That's good.
How's our timing?
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
That little building over there,
Yeah.
that's where our social's going to be tonight.
Okay.
Okay? And then you guys are in site number 6.
Oh, this is so easy. I love it. So here we've got our guy in the cart going to show us where we're going. And welcome to the Eastern time zone. I feel an hour sleepier now. Right, it looks like everybody made it here safe and sound, and now it's time to socialize. This is one of the things I particularly enjoy, just our social get-togethers. So the even number rigs are bringing some kind of snack to share.
And this is the first one, so nobody knows what to expect. Is it going to be pheasant under glass?
Ooh. Or cheese and crackers, like we're gonna, like we'd bring.
Yeah.
So actually, it's the odd numbers have it today. We're even, so we're 4. We'll catch it next time. All right, here we go. One thing is, we have a nice assortment. Thank you, odd numbers. It's fun to recognize and celebrate the birthdays and anniversaries that are happening. It's another way to get to know each other. Good morning. It is day 5. It's February 27th, 2026. And we are we're near Tallahassee, Florida. Today is actually a motor coach day. We're going to drive into Tallahassee, the capital, and we're going to get a lot of history thrown in our laps. So we're going to start with, we're actually going to have a guided tour through the city. That's always fun. I love that stuff. And at some point we're going to stop and we're lunch on our own, but then we are going to the, I've got my paper I'm reading, the Goodwood Museum and Gardens. It used to be a plantation, and it's got a lot of changes, and it's a lot of history going on there. After that, we're heading over to the Florida Historic Capitol Museum and Capitol Courtyard. It's self-guided.
You know how important this is for us?
How
We've
important
been
is
with
it?
Florida residents since June of 2017.
It's our
we don't have a
domicile.
clue about anything Florida.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're going to get educated. Except, speaking of educated, I'd like to tell everybody out there, if you're an RVer,
Yes.
you're going to be gone from your rig all day.
What do you do?
Turn the water off. So I'm going to turn the water off so we don't have a flood happening while we're
There you go. So we're going to walk over to our meeting spot and hop on our motor coach. Day 5, fabulous Florida.
You could see that with this crowd, when you're early, you're late. When you're on time, they're already gone.
We had a guide come on board and gave us a rainy day downtown highlights tour.
This area, this is called Adams Street Commons.
I really like this Railroad Square district. Pretty artsy.
Our bicycle path is over to the left. It goes all the way. It's flat. Mary Proctor's little building over here.
We also drove around the Florida A&M University. Finished tour of Tallahassee, and it's lunchtime, so they just dropped us off. We're gonna go check out some Blaze Pizza. And now back on the motor coach and heading to Goodwood Museum and Gardens. Next stop, we just arrived at the Goodwood Museum and Gardens. We're all unloading right now, and we've got a tour. And then we're gonna walk around and see the gardens. I believe this place used to be a plantation, and it's gone through a few different changes. So we'll learn more about it. So we're going to start our tour, but we can't do videography inside the house, so we're going to just take photos. All right?
Do you want to start with a photo of me?
Sure, why not? Cheese. The Goodwood Plantation was a mid-sized slave plantation situated on 20 acres of land with centuries-old live oaks and gardens. I mean, take a look at these live oaks. And in addition to the main house, there are about 20 structures dating from 1835 to 1925, and by 1972, it was added to the U.S. National Register of Historic Places. What I found interesting was while the estate had multiple owners over the years, most of the furniture is actually original to the home. Through odd series of circumstances, former owners rarely removed their contents from the home, and they just sold Goodwood Estate intact, with furniture, and china, artworks, bed linens, and even clothing and personal belongings. Anybody want to take a guess at what this is? Leave comments below. We will publicly recognize you for being so knowledgeable. Boy, this place is pretty amazing. Not sure what that building is, but this is their pool. Wow, how opulent is this? Cascading waterfall. Wow.
The skating rink. Wow. Well, you have to keep in mind the time period you're talking about to have a facility like this in your own yard to play on.
Oh my gosh. Somebody who owned this house enjoyed birds. We've got the aviary. They actually talked about how they had different macaws, and they would let them out during the day and they'd always come back at night. Wow. Back on the bus. Last drop off, we're at the Florida.
We're at the historic
Florida
Capital. And then the current one is actually on the other side, apparently.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to go to the observation deck.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have... The historic capital was completed in 1845, just prior to Florida's entry into the Union as the 27th state. And over the years, it's gone through many additions and renovations, as you can see from here. When the new Capitol was built in the late 1970s, this building was threatened with demolition. The historic Capitol was saved through citizens' action and was restored to its 1902 appearance. It's now an icon at the center of Florida's Capitol complex. All right, we're heading out of the historic Capitol. We're going to go right across, and we're going to go into the new Capitol and head up to the 22nd floor. All right, complicated elevator. We got it figured out. We're going to level 22. Adventure 2, this is Adventure 4. We're getting ready to leave the park, and just a reminder, we're going to deviate, and we're going to be taking I-10 and I-75.
Thank you, Adventure 4. No need to set your trip meter to 0 since you're taking a different route. Make sure your headlights are on for travel.
As you can see, it's a travel day. It is day 6, I believe. We're leaving Tallahassee, and we're heading over to Ocala. So this was just a one-night stay, so we're traveling pretty fast right now, but then we're going to sit for a couple days and then a week after that. So today is a travel day, nice and easy. Here we go. Right, we're almost at our destination now, and we took a different route. Usually we follow the trip log, but we wanted to stay on I-75 so that we could stop and fuel up using our open road card. So we're at Love's right now, and if you're not familiar with open roads and the diesel discount program, check out this video we just put out. So we're about a half hour away once we're done here, and then we'll arrive at our new destination. Here we go. So we have arrived, and it's a social time. Usually they have some kind of social thing when we get to our destination. So it's our turn to bring a snack. It's the even number coaches are bringing a snack to share. And I think what today's going to be basically about with our social gathering is we're going to talk about the next 2 days. Nice thing is they give us a daily sheet on our itinerary on where we're going, what we're doing, especially on motor coach days. Yeah. Because if you miss the bus, you're a pedestrian. So you want to make sure you're in the right spot at the right time.
So we know where we're going, how to dress, and what to expect.
Yep. So we're heading off to our social gathering. Love this stuff.
All right, well, we're going to get a shot of this before it gets too destroyed by the crew. Look at this.
It's only day 6, but we all are getting to know each other well enough to make connections and have fun.
Any lima beans yet? Do you know who brought it? Did you show them it yet?
Steve made the mistake of mentioning he does not like lima beans.
Hey, Steve, there's like 20 of these there.
I can tell who my friends are. Didn't you tell you you're all supposed to sign?
Steve doesn't like lima beans, and he said anybody that brings lima beans for the potluck, whatever is being made, they'll be hell to pay.
And the friendship bonds have begun. One of the best things about a caravan. And this concludes our first episode in our series of Adventure Caravan Guided RV Tour Fabulous Florida. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up. Leave a comment. We love hearing from you guys. Also, if you haven't subscribed, we appreciate you subscribing too. It really helps our channel. Plus, you don't want to miss any of the other episodes coming up that are part of this series, so make sure you subscribe. Because in the next video, we are going to continue going down the Gulf Coast. We're in Ocala, we're going to be heading down to Tampa, and a whole lot more, so you don't want to miss it. Thank you for joining us. We love you guys, and safe travels.